Big thank you to Lenovo for sponsoring a portion of this video. Today we're exploring a vehicle that's sparking curiosity and debate. It's the 2024 Chevy Blazer EV. But what makes this vehicle so intriguing? Is it the promise of a new era in electric mobility, or the challenge it poses to established EV giants? Or is it some of these self-imposed limitations that the vehicle has? Let's answer those questions, starting by talking about the design. This is where Chevy's really trying to make a statement. It's like they took the rule book for typical SUV design and tossed it out the window. We're talking about an exterior that's aggressive, yes, but also sleek and modern. It's got this stance that looks ready to pounce. But what's cool is that it's not just all for show. The design elements like the aerodynamic lines and the sleek headlights, they're not just about looking good. They play a big part in the Blazer EV's efficiency too. And when it comes to EVs, efficiency is paramount. Now, about the size, the Blazer EV is not your compact SUV. This thing's got presence. It's longer and wider than some of its competitors like the Ford Mustang Mach-E or the Tesla Model Y. That translates to more space inside, but it also means you're driving something that feels substantial. It's a mid-size SUV, and Chevy's making sure you know it. Stepping inside the Blazer EV, it's a whole different world. The interior is spacious, and the layout, it's got this futuristic vibe. You've got this mix of materials that feel premium, and the tech is front and center. It's not just about luxury, it's about practicality too. The seating is designed for comfort, whether you're driving or just along for the ride. And despite missing out on a frunk, which being honest is kind of a bummer, there is plenty of storage space in the back. But what I think is a neat touch is how Chevy's managed to keep some traditional elements in there. Amidst all this modern tech, you've still got physical buttons for some of the more important stuff like climate controls. It's a nice nod to the fact that sometimes you just want to press a button without diving into a menu on a touchscreen. So the interior, it's a mix of future-forward design with just enough of the familiar stuff to keep you grounded. Next, let's hit the road and talk performance. The rear drive RS is where the fun is at, especially on twisty roads. It feels sporty and responsive. You know, it's got that kick. But it's not just about straight line speed. How does it handle the curves? And the answer is surprisingly well, to be honest. The steering is precise, giving you that connected feel with the road. You get into a corner and the Blazer EV just hugs it. There's a confidence in its handling that makes you want to find winding roads just to go. But here's the thing, while it's sporty, there's a bit of a trade-off. The ride can be a bit firm, it's not jarring, but if you're expecting that cushy, float over everything feel, this isn't it. Then there's the all-wheel drive option. I took this one out for a spin too, and it's a different beast. It feels more planted, more sure-footed. If you're dealing with slick roads or just want that extra bit of grip, the all-wheel drive model's got your back. The power distribution is smooth and it handles with a kind of grace that's pretty impressive for an SUV of this size. And you can feel the difference between the front and rear powertrains working together, and it adds a layer of versatility to the driving experience. One thing that stands out in both models is the regenerative braking. Chevy's done a good job here, making it feel natural and not too grippy or grabby. You've got this one pedal driving mode, which I love, especially in stop and go traffic. And it takes a bit of getting used to for a lot of people at first, but once you do, it's a game changer in my opinion. And the regen on deceleration is smooth, adding a bit to your range without feeling like the car's pulling back too hard. Overall, the Blazer EV's performance is about balancing power with control, and it feels like Chevy struck a pretty good middle ground. Now, great performance doesn't just matter in our vehicles, but also in the tech that we carry with us. And I want to thank Lenovo for sponsoring this video. Discover the next level of gaming with Lenovo's lock-in Legion laptops, now powered by the 13th Gen Intel Core i5 and i7 processors. Each model in the Legion Pro range brings something unique to the table, offering a spectrum of choices for every gamer. Stream, create, and compete at the highest levels with the cutting-edge performance of Intel. Check the link in the description to find out more, and once again, big thank you to Lenovo for sponsoring this video. All right, next, let's talk battery. The Blazer EV's got some good numbers when it comes to range, up to 324 miles on the rear-wheel drive model and 279 on the all-wheel drive. But it's not just about the range, it's how fast you can juice it up. Fast charging is a big win here, and Chevy's made sure of that. The smaller battery pack can take in 150 kilowatts from public chargers, so that equates to adding about 69 miles in just 10 minutes. Go for the larger 102 kilowatt hour pack, and you're looking at 78 miles in the same amount of time thanks to its 190 kilowatt capacity. That's pretty handy for road trips or just quick top-ups. And Chevy's Ultium battery tech isn't just about speed, it's about smart charging. The navigation system plans your stops, preconditions the battery for efficient charging when you're on the way to a charger, which makes it feel like the car's always thinking ahead for you, which is the way it should be these days. Now back to the interior for a moment, because we need to talk about the displays. The Blazer EV's dashboard is like a tech lover's dream. You have an 11-inch digital gauge cluster and a massive 17.7-inch touchscreen, both front and center. And these aren't just about showing off, regardless of how good they look. It's about being functional, giving you all the info and controls you need right where you need them, for the most part at least. You see, while the integration of Google's Android Automotive OS is a smart move due to its user-friendliness, responsiveness, and customizable interface, the car lacks both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Android Auto and Android Automotive, two different things. This is going to be a big miss for some, including me. Don't get me wrong, the software felt polished, but you aren't gonna find easy access to all the apps you use while driving here, especially if you're on iOS. Chevy and GM as a whole says this is due to increasing safety, which feels hard to believe because if Android Auto and CarPlay were safety hazards, why aren't they recalling their current vehicles that have those features in them and removing them as soon as possible? Now, the other thing Chevy's dealing with right now is the fact that they chose to stop selling the Blazer EV temporarily while they work out some bugs in Android Automotive that people have been seeing on the touchscreens. Now, I didn't experience this firsthand myself, but again, it was bad enough that they actually paused sales of this vehicle. All right, let's get into the price and market position. The Chevy Blazer EV starts at over $60,000 for the RS model. That is not pocket change. It's kind of in this middle ground between the usual and the luxury EVs. So the big question is it worth it? Compared to its rivals like the Tesla Model Y and the Ford Mustang Mach-E, the Blazer EV's price might seem a bit steep, but it's bringing something different to the table. It's stylish, it's got great performance, and it's packed with tech. Plus, it's got the Chevy badge, which means a lot in terms of reliability and dealer support. For me though, the price is dangerously close to another GM EV, that being the Cadillac Lyriq. So will the Blazer EV make waves? It's hard to say. It's a solid entry from Chevy, but it's up against some tough competition at this price point. It's a mix of innovation and Chevy tradition. As the EV market keeps growing, the Blazer EV is kind of like Chevy's statement. They're here to play, and they're not holding back. Thanks for watching as always, guys. I appreciate your support. I'm Andrew Edwards, and I will catch you in the next video.